What's up guys, back in today with another video, and today I'll be ranking all the Gintama characters in the series through from D tier to SS tier. Now I wasn't sure whether to put an SS and an SSS tier just because the amount of great characters, it's going to be so hard to place them. If I only had the S tier, like I said to my friend Mega Turtles, I reckon half of them would probably just fit in here, and I doubt we'd be able to see them on the screen. But as you guys can see, we've got a whole load of characters, not all of them of course, only I think there's going to be, I'm just going to count this up, 5, 10, 13, 13 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, about 160 odd characters here, so I think this video is going to be reasonably long. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the characters, as I don't want to make this video ages and take ages to upload. As yesterday, as you guys know, the movie I reacted to came out very late. It was such a sick end to the series though, and definitely one of my favorite anime movies and movies in general I've ever seen. So it was just absolutely non-stop. Every second there was something crazy going on the screen. But what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to, because of course I don't remember every character. I also don't remember every arc that they've appeared in and such. So I've got a wiki page up to the top right, so I can have a look, try and have a look up who the characters are and where they came from. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to skip over them until right at the end, where I'll kind of look up every character and probably edit it so it takes a little bit shorter time me looking up the characters. So we'll start with the ones we know. I'm not 100% sure who that is. I'm pretty sure that might be one of the woman who's one of the Sadaharu dog deity people, but again I'm not 100% sure, so I'll look that up after. We've got the swordsmith here from the Beni Sakura arc. Now she's a pretty cool character. We don't see her explored too much, so I think we'll play it safe and go with a C tier for her. Again, she's not explored too much. Of course, we see the issues with her brother, as well as her, of course, and the kind of swordsmithing. We see her a couple of times throughout the series as well, which is what makes her a C tier for me instead of D tier. And she does play quite a big part in the Yoruzuya as a whole as well. So yeah, I think we'll go C tier for her. Now we've got this guy whose name I never remember. You guys know I'm terrible with names, so I'm not going to remember hardly any of these guys' names. But I think his name's like Daigoro or something. Probably wrong. It's got an OU in there somewhere. But he's pretty awesome. I think I'm going to go for C tier as well. I'm probably going to put him above the swordsmith, as we do see him in some badass arcs. 4 Davas being one of them, as he is one of the Davas. But yeah, just really awesome fight scenes. I think the arc kind of focused on him is with him and his son getting bullied for having a father like he is. But that was quite an interesting episode. Can't wait to revisit that actually when I watch it in my own time, because I am going to be rewatching the series again. Now this guy is one of Jirocho's lackeys, I'm pretty sure. Actually really quite enjoy this guy, and I think we'll put him B tier, and I think we'll actually put him in the middle of these two. I don't think there's anything that really focuses on him too much, but he's almost starts out as an antagonist, and then he kind of comes around and starts being this kind of eccentric gang member. So he's a really awesome character. He's quite involved as well towards the end of the series, obviously not massively, but he appears. And then we've got Okita, one of the big guns coming in early doors. For Sogo, I mean, it's definitely going to be S tier. It's just I think S tier for me. Sogo is really awesome, and he has some hilarious moments, and a lot of moments throughout the series, being one of the big Shinsengumi members. Of course, his relationship with Hijikata is just absolutely hilarious. His relationship with Kagura and Gintoki is absolutely great as well. Don't really see him too much with Shinpachi actually. They're quite calm because Shinpachi is obviously the straight man, so yeah, it's nice. Nice we got a big focus on Akita throughout the series, and definitely one of my favourite characters in the series. I think he'll just fit into the S tier though, as there is other Shinsengumis I do prefer than Okita, as you guys probably know already. I'm not really sure who this cat-eared person is, so we'll leave her for now as well. We've got the old woman who owns the hot springs, I'm pretty sure, during the JoJo kind of focused arc. I know we had a heartwarming ending there, but I can't really remember much of her story, so I'm after going to put her in D tier just because I can't remember much of it. I'm pretty sure this is the girl that Shinpachi writes to in the Shinpachi kind of girlfriend arc. I'm not 100% sure though, so I'm gonna leave her there for now. And then we do have the man himself, Shinpachi, the straight man. He's got to go S tier as well. I think Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know because during the end of the series and in that last arc, he progressed a hell of a lot. Um, After that, well, that's the thing he did, but he didn't progress a hell of a lot. He went back to the Orizuya and such, but that again just shows how much of a beautiful family they are. Oh, this is hard. This is going to be a hard tier list, bro. This is going to be so hard. But yeah, we've got Shinpachi, man. Where do I put you, bro? He's got to go S tier. It's just where in the S tier. You know what? I'll reorder it at the end probably. I'll leave him there for now, just under Akita. But Shinpachi does have some legendary moments, man. He really does. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put him above Akita for now. Shinpachi top of S tier at the moment. We've got, I think that's Fuyo Sam. I'm not sure if they're counting her as Tama. Oh no, Tama's got a separate spot. See, I think she's the same person as Tama. So not 100% sure where to rate her. I guess she was okay. I guess I don't really remember that much from her, so it's got to go D tier, unfortunately. Again, I'm not sure why she's here. If she's the same person as Hammer, I'm pretty sure. I could be getting that wrong, but then we've got this bald Shinsengumi guy who we don't really ever see that much towards later on. I always notice him though; he's always in the shots and such. But maybe he was focused on a bit more earlier on in the series. Again, my memory isn't the best, so when I rewatch it, I'll obviously be able to see. But yeah, I think this guy goes bottom of everyone so far because I don't actually remember him speaking at all. He might have, otherwise I don't know why they'd include him in this list, but maybe earlier on, maybe in the Shinsengumi Crisis arc, he had a bigger part to play. But yeah, I don't really remember much from that guy at all. We've got another big player here, Sakamoto. Sakamoto is absolutely awesome. Quite a shame he actually waited so long to get so much of Sakamoto during the early parts of the stories. He appears every now and then, every kind of 150 episodes or so, and obviously he's in all of the openings and endings. Which yeah, he's made the joke about that a few times. And that's really awesome. But yeah, Sakamoto is just an absolute legend, to be honest. The dealer, always so good at dealing with things. He's got Mutsu by his side as well. I think he's got to go S tier for me. I think he'll go just after these two, Kita and Shinpachi, just because of the sheer amount of screen time we share with both of these guys and the amount of time we've got to like love them over the series. Sakamoto is a quick grow on you though, especially as soon as he gets introduced heavily into the story. You absolutely love him, and you can see why everyone else in the Gintama community loves him. I was kind of wondering, especially during the first season, like, why has everyone got so much love for this guy? He literally only shows up in the openings, but he plays a massive role in the later arcs. So yeah, absolutely love Sakamoto. He goes in S tier. We've then got I just remembered it then as well. It's got 4 letters. I know that. I'll have a look at my wiki real quick. Tojo. There we go. Oh, Tojo. Tojo's really awesome. He's obviously, I'm not really sure how to say this. I think he's like Yagyu's slave. Or well, he seems to think he's like a slave or something. I think we're gonna go. He's got some really hilarious moments. So I'm gonna go B tier for Tojo. He's just got some hilarious moments throughout the series. It's a shame he doesn't show up that much later on, although he does show up with the Yagi family. He doesn't get too much screen time or too many jokes though. He got quite a few jokes kind of in the middle of the story though, and he was quite prominent during parts of season 1 as well. But he has some hilarious moments, man. His voice acting is so good as well. He's such a loud voice, and obviously his devotion to Kyubey. Just really awesome to watch. So yeah, it'll be the first person in the B tier. These tiers are going to get absolutely packed out with all these characters, aren't they? Then we've got Kagura's mum, which is going to be quite a hard one to rank, isn't it? Kagura's mum. See, we don't see all too much of her. We only see her in flashbacks during the Rakio arc. This one's going to be kind of a hard one to rank. I'm going to go C tier, and I think I'm going to go about here for her. Again, we don't see all that much of her, so I can't really put her too much higher, to be honest with you guys, and we don't actually see that much out of her. She is a reasonably quiet person, doesn't speak all too often. She only really let loose with Umibozu when they were visiting different places and such, and when they were fighting together. As much as I did like her, and she had a really impactful kind of part in the story as well with Kamui, with Kagura and Umibozu, of course. But again, as an actual character by herself, I think I put her in C tier because again, we just don't see too much out of her. Then we've got this guy, which is quite horrible. I don't even remember where this guy arcs from. I know it was really recent as well. That's the worst part, but I really can't remember this guy. So I think just for that, he's got to go bottom of C tier. I really can't remember him at all. I think I'll look him up just before I say anything. Actually, man, this scroll, there's so much to scroll down. Oh no, there isn't. Yeah, I'm just gonna look here quickly. Where are the villains at? There we go. Oh yeah, he's one of the assassins. He's the assassin that turn against us, isn't he? The only Waban. Yeah, he deserves to go there. He didn't really speak that much at all either, did he? It was the other two servants, the other two kind of only Waban leaders that were the most impactful, in my opinion. We've then got, I'm pretty sure that's Ketsu no Anna. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's Ketsu no Anna. She's, again, not too prevalent throughout the series. I think she's going to go top of D tier. She did have her moments, of course, during the Ketsu no Anna kind of arc, the Diviner arc at the end of season 1. And obviously she's Gintoki's woman of choice as well, but she's again really prominent earlier on in the stories, doing loads of TV news stuff and being in quite a few episodes actually, and then she kind of filters out and then we don't really see her at all towards the end of the series. I think we see a shot of her in the manga, I think I remember from the other day, but apart from that I can't remember her being in any of the kind of later arcs and such. But yeah, early on she's quite prolific and quite cute character as well. Not too many kind of big personality traits and such, other than the family she has with all this Shikigami stuff going on. But yeah, I think top of D tier is fair enough for her. Then we've got Hinoa, who's another hard one to rank actually, because we don't see too much of her, but when we do see her, it's in some really wholesome scenes. I remember the episode centered around Seita and her being the mum and him going to school and such, and that was so heartwarming. Beautiful relationship between those two, and obviously her story in the Yoshiwara arc was very big, especially during that time. That was one of the biggest things that came out of the series for me, that Yoshiwara arc. So I think she's got to be a few places up here. I think we'll go just under Tojo for Hinoa. Again, quite a prevalent character and has a lot of really great moments throughout the series, so I really like her. Then we've got Gedo Maru, one of my favourite side characters in the series. Very underrated character as well. I don't really hear too many speak about her, but I guess it's kind of just she does appear every now and then. She's not everywhere throughout the series, and she again only pops up towards the end of season 1 and then a few other places during the rest of the season, but it's always hype when she does come. And there's always some really nice animation. I've got to go A tier, as again she is one of my favourite side characters in the whole series, being a Shikigami that Gintoki can control. Actually part of the Ketsuno clan as well. Looks after Ketsu no Anna, and during that last arc in season 1, she was absolutely brilliant. So definitely got to go A tier, and some very funny moments, of course. I really love the kind of serious characters that are hilarious as well. Maybe that's kind of because that relates to me a bit. I'm quite quiet in real life and such, and just find her really funny. So we'll go A tier for Gedo Maru, the first A tier. I'm not 100% sure who that is, to be honest with you guys. I mean, that could be Doman, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll just look if I can find him anywhere else down here. No, it's not. Doman's right there. Oh, is that Otosa's ex? Well, I say ex. Is that Otosa's dead husband? Maybe. I'll try and have a look up, because I definitely recognise him. That's horrible when I say it like that, doesn't it? Who the hell is Shinohara Shinshin? Don't remember that guy one bit. Where would he be? I'll look for a toast, perhaps. Early generation. Okashonjuku. I'm not really sure where I'd find him, to be honest with you guys. It'd be somewhere. Kim. Oh, there's not actually that many characters here, is there? I guess I'll just Google Otos husband Gintama. It looks like it. There's a Reddit post here that should probably be handy. Oh, maybe not. You know what? I'm just going to rank him as Otosa's husband, as I'm pretty sure that is Otosa's husband. Yeah, not a lot I can say about him really. He didn't get any kind of lines until I'm pretty sure a later flashback with him. And again, that was pretty limited as it is, and he's again more of a point of focus for Otos more than himself, if that makes sense. He's less of a character for himself, which sounds funny. Less of a character for himself than he is for Gintoki and Otos, isn't he? So I think just the impact he has, even while he is dead, I think he goes definitely not at the bottom. Definitely better than those two. Yeah, I think we'll put him just below Ketsune Mana again as a character by himself, not too far explored, and we only get a couple lines again with him and Jirocho, if this is even the right guy. I'm pretty sure it is, to be fair, because he does look like a bit of a badass. But yeah, it's really nice seeing some lines out of him. But again, the original kind of story he was part of, he didn't really speak at all or anything, and again, he's just a better plot point for some of the characters later on than he is for himself. We've then got Satchan, who's probably quite a debatable character because again, she's just fully focused on Gintoki. She's definitely got some hilarious moments throughout the series, especially later on in my opinion. She just gets better and better as she goes along. She's also cute as hell as well, and obviously has some quite big parts to play in the story during the Shogun assassination arc and such. Being the leader of the Omi Waban now, I think Zenzo handed it over to her, so quite an important character in the series as well, and we see her quite prevalently throughout the series, having some really hilarious moments with the girls. All the girls kind of form that big kind of group of those four, don't they? And that group is absolutely amazing. So I think Satchan has got to go A tier. I think I'll put her just below Gedo Maru, as again, Gedo Maru is one of my all-time favourite side characters in Gintama, but Satchan really awesome as well, and always a pleasure to have her on the screen. Sometimes she does go a bit overboard though. We've then got this guy who's from the Shinsengumi. I actually saw him in this wiki page a moment ago, so I'll just remember his name. See, I'm not sure why this has these guys here, and beautiful fleshy woman, and not half of the characters on this tier list. Okay, 1 minute, guys. Kamiyama. See, who was this guy then? Is he the guy? Of course, he had those crazy glasses. I think there was some kind of mystery going on with Akita during this time, wasn't there? Yeah, he's under the command of Akita. Rokaku. He actually makes a few appearances, apparently. Story: Rokaku arc. Kamiyama was one of the team apart of the Rokaku. Okay, I'm pretty sure he doesn't ever do that much. He did have, again, that Rokaku arc, it looks like, with Akita, where he was reasonably prominent, but again, nothing major. I think he's got to go above this guy just for the fact that this guy actually had some lines, I'm pretty sure, but I think it goes towards the bottom of D tier for me. Again, can't really remember him doing all that much, so yeah. I think this is actually one of the women who were part of the dog deity people. Anne, maybe? Is that Anne? See, it's quite hard with these tier lists, as I can't, even if that is the person I think it is, because there's such a disparity between the old and the new looks of the characters, it's hard to tell. I'll just look if there's any other shots of Anne. If there's not, that should be her. Quickly scanning. Oh no, I think she's right there, Anne. What does the other one look like? The other one, oh yeah. No, I don't know who that is then. I've got to just leave them for now. We've got this little person who I can't remember either. I'll see if I can find him on here. I said I'll wait till the end. I'll just wait till the end for all the people I don't actually recognise. Then we've got Umibozu, big character throughout the series. It doesn't appear that much early on, but appears again quite prevalently later on in the stories. Really awesome every time he comes on the screen. So I've definitely got to give him some points for that. I think he'll go. Obviously, his relationships gets explored quite a lot as well with him and his wife, him and his daughter, and him and his son. So quite a well explored character as well, especially earlier on with Kagura, but much more explored later on during the Rakio arc and such as well. I think he's got to go at least A tier. I think he beats out both of them. Let's be honest. I think Umebozu top of A tier just makes sense for me. Then we've got the owner of the I think it's like a club or whatever. I can't quite remember what it was. Like the host club with men. Character I've never really seen too much of. Well, we see quite a bit of him, but a character he doesn't really have any hilarious moments or anything. He's just kind of there for me personally. So I think he'll go in D tier for me. Again, he does show up reasonably often, and he's got some interesting characters with him, that's for sure. But I think for me, he's got to go D tier. Then we've got this guy who actually died in the story, I'm pretty sure, actually helping us out during the Silver Soul arc, I think. It was actually quite cool, to be honest. He had a fight versus Gintoki as well, which was pretty awesome. I think just for those, although he is reasonably forgettable, isn't he? Let's be honest. I think just for those, I think he's got to go. Yeah, I think the D tier, middle of D tier is fair enough. Let's be honest as well. D tier isn't that bad. C tier is average, from my point of view, anyway. C tier is average or maybe just below average. So D tier is just below that. So it's not a terrible kind of ranking or anything. That's again another reason I made it like this. I could have put F tier or whatever, but there aren't really any F tier characters in Gintama, let's be honest. I've then got Sorachi Sensei, who actually just got to go S tier, hasn't he? Just for making the show. That, and when he does come on screen, it's usually saying that line, something about like cream cheese or something, like bananas or whatever. It just sounds absolutely hilarious. I'm not sure if that's him voicing that, but if it is, you can maybe do some work as a voice actor in the future. But yeah, he's got to go SS tier just for creating this whole universe, hasn't he? Let's be honest. I'm not sure who this little kid is at all. So again, we'll move him to the unknown faction. We've then got this guy who's in the Brachio arc. He also appears in Silver Soul arc as well, I'm pretty sure. Helps us out along with this guy and the gorilla. But yeah, this guy was not ever that cool. He fought off against Sakamoto as well, didn't he? He wasn't ever that kind of intimidating either, so I think he's got to go D tier, and I think he'll go about there in the D tier. Okay, so we've now got Otsu-chan. I'm going to actually pace it up a little bit and not speak too much about the characters, just because I've just had a look at the recording and it's already about 20 minutes, and I don't want to again spend ages uploading this video like I did yesterday, which took like 8 hours or so. But Otsu-chan again appears quite a lot throughout the series, and there's quite a bit of development as well, actually, as well as some hilarious scenes. So I think we'll put her at the bottom of B tier, just below these two. We've then got the main antagonist of the first half of the Silver Soul arc. He's an alright character. He's got, of course, this is a hard one because again he's the main antagonist, and he's got some decent kind of characterization, but we don't ever see too much of him, and he's never focused on that much throughout the arc. He's again kind of the main antagonist it's more everyone else around him that's the main focus. So I think for that he's got to go C tier. And I think I'll put him at the bottom of C tier. He does again have some interesting points about him, but yeah, I'm not sure who that is either. I think these are some early characters. I'm not 100% sure who that is, though she looks pretty cute. Matsudaira, who is an absolute legend. I think for Matsudaira, we're going to go A tier. I think we'll put him at the bottom of A tier. Just again, every time he's on the screen, he's an absolute legend. I love his voice actor, and he's just so badass. So A tier for Matsudaira. We've then got Jiraiya, who's a really cool character. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen his arc, but I remember him being cool as fuck, and definitely one of the scarier characters we see up until that point in the series as well, with his kind of threads and such, and just the way he interacts with Tsukio, and the relationship they have is really strange, and it's really intriguing how strange it is and such. Those two, like being kind of master and not servant, but master and student very early on in Tsukio's life. Again, just a very interesting relationship. So I think he's got to go A tier for me as well. Really loved that arc when I saw it. It was definitely one of my favourites at that point in time. We've then got Ito, who was absolute amazing character in my opinion. He made me cry very big time, and for the first time during the Gintama series, I'm pretty sure. So that's got to give him points as it is. Again, quite related to the guy as well. Not fully related to him, but I could definitely understand his story. And again, there was just quite a few sad moments and some brilliant moments in the arc focused around him, especially when he kind of sacrificed himself during the train incident and when Gintoki fought the helicopter with Banzai on. But just that goodbye with all the threads and such with the Shinsengumi around him was absolutely brilliant as well. So I think he's got to go A tier as well. It's just, do I want to put him above Jiraiya and Matsudaira? I think, I'll put him at the bottom of A tier. We've then got this guy who I cannot remember. We've then got that fleshy woman who, again, I don't really remember what part she has to play, so I'm going to just leave her. We've then got my neighbour Hedoro, who appears a few times throughout the series. Now he's known for that legendary bathtub episode with everyone going to the hot spring, well, not hot springs is it, but the bathing place, and all his family's there. Absolutely hilarious. He appears a few times throughout the series as well, and towards the end he actually becomes one of the, well, doesn't become, but he's shown as like one of the most strongest characters in the series, I think during the Silver Soul arc. So yeah, it was really nice getting to revisit him, and again, just every time he's on the screen is hilarious. So he's got to go bottom of B tier for me. My name is Hedoro, again, not too prevalent, but absolutely hilarious every time he's on the screen. We've then got I think that's Sura's kind of girlfriend. Can't remember, something Dono. Can't quite remember her name, but actually rewatched the episode focused on her just the other day. So I think we'll put her. She's got an interesting dynamic with the kind of thugs that come to her place and her dead husband and Zura and such, and she does appear a few times throughout the series, but not all too often, and it's never in a funny type of way. She never really cracks too many jokes. It's always quite nice and heartwarming when she is on the screen, but I think for this, I think she's got to go D tier, because I don't really see her being better than any of those characters up there. I think we'll put her there in the D tier. Then we've got Gintoki. Obviously, he had that main arc focused on himself taking over Gintoki, and was quite a funny guy. Actually hated the guy, but then he came back during the, I think again, the Silver Soul arc, and actually showed how awesome he is now with a bit of Gengai and Tama's help. I think we'll go bottom of C tier for Gintoki. Again, a character you're not really meant to like all that much, as he takes away from most people's favourite character in the series. I'm not 100% sure who that is either. That could be the main antagonist of the Tama arc early on. I'm not 100% sure though, so I think I'll skip it. I've then got Catherine. I think Catherine will go bottom of B tier for me. Catherine, hilarious. I don't know, because the thing about Catherine is, I absolutely hate her, but I hate her in a good way, of where she's absolutely hilarious on the screen, and obviously she does some very annoying and very hateful things to the Yoruzuya and pretty much anyone she can scrounge off. But in that way, she's absolutely hilarious. So quite an underrated character. I think bottom of B tier. Yeah, I think bottom of B tier suits her just good, actually. Then we've got Seita, who has some episodes focused on him, nothing major, but just some quite heartwarming episodes focused on him and his relationship with Hanoa. Obviously, he's a reasonably big part to play in the Yoshiwara arc as well. So, also one of my favourite kids in this series. So I think he'll go in the B tier as well. We've then got Otsu-chan's mum. I think we'll just stick her in the D tier. She just kind of provides some narration and such throughout some of the Otsu focused things, and I think she's quite prevalent in the early Otsu. I think there's an early kind of Otsu focused arc. I can't remember that too well though, so I might be screwing things a bit here, but I think we've got to put her in the D tier, below this mech guy. We've then got this strange woman from the can't remember what arc she's from, but I think it's like a couple of episodes where she goes to the club. Yeah, she goes to the club and just doesn't really say all that much at all. So just for that, I think she's got to go D tier. She has more words than that guy, and that guy, to be fair. So I think, yeah, we'll put her there. And I'm pretty sure it was pretty interesting towards the end. I can't quite remember what happened during then, but something happened right at the end of those episodes she was in. We've then got this demon thing that was from I think of the Slip arc. and they had like a fight, like an idol battle with Ochu-chan's group. She was okay. Nothing major in terms of villains and such. So again, I think she'll probably go just under Ochu-chan's mum. Oh, we've then got what's his name? I always forget this guy's name. I'll have to look it up. I always forget. Abuto. That's the one. Abuto is quite prevalent throughout the series. Has a really quite big role in the Yoshiwara arc, fighting against Kagura, and letting Shinpachi and Kagura live. Quite a big moment. Of course, I think he realizes that that's Kamui's family. Obviously, he's Kamui's right hand man. So yeah, he's again reasonably prevalent. Got some very funny moments as well, and his voice actor has got such a kind of deep tone. It's quite hilarious to see him interact with some characters. So I think he's got to go. Oh, this is hard actually. You could go bottom of B tier. I think what we'll do. Yeah, I think we'll put him top of C tier for now. We could move him into the B tier at some point because actually, yeah, you know what? I think he is B tier, and I think he's actually better than. He's actually better than most of these guys, to be fair. Actually, yeah, we're going top of B tier, man. That's funny, isn't it? He went straight from C tier to the top of B tier, but Abuto has got some legendary moments for me. I think that might be Shoyo. I think that's Shoyo Sensei. Now this is quite a big character. We didn't explore him until later on in the series, but when we did, it was absolutely major for every character. Yeah, pretty much every character in the series, especially all the big ones. And of course, he's lived many lives, and this is just one of his kind of facets to his personality. But was absolutely again major for characterization of Gintoki, Takasugi, Zura. So he's definitely got to be up there. Shoyo Sensei. Just for the viewer as well, just gives you such a feeling. It's almost like he's your teacher at that point. So I think we'll put him in the S tier for now. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to rank him in the S tier, but we'll leave him at the bottom just for now. We've then got this woman who I can't remember. That is like the right hand guy of this dude. So I guess we'll put them together. I think he's actually a bit funnier, so we'll put him ahead. We've then got I can't remember this guy's name. He's the main kind of villain of the Benizakura arc, though, isn't he? And he's got some really nice scenes in that Benizakura movie. And all around, he's actually a pretty decent villain. So I think we'll put him above these guys. Yeah, I think we'll put him middle of C tier. Works really good as a villain. Again, got some really nice scenes. Not too much focus on him as an actual person. Again, he just kind of strives for power, and that's not the most interesting kind of personality trait in my opinion. So I guess we'll put him middle of C tier. We've then got Otos. Oh, we've still got quite a ways to go, haven't we? Then we've got Otos. Quite a prevalent character throughout the series. Got some really funny moments and some quite serious moments dedicated to her as well. I think she's got to go B tier, and I think we'll put her just for the moments with Gintoki as well in that arc, which were absolutely massive. I think we'll put her towards the top of B tier. Great character, obviously means quite a lot to us as well. The Shinigami from the Reaper arc, very interesting character with a very interesting backstory as well. I think she's got to go high up, and her arc was absolutely top quality as well. Definitely kind of look forward to rewatching that. So I think she. Oh, yeah, I think she'll go middle of A tier for me. She's not too prevalent throughout the series, but when she is in it, it's usually very awesome. We've then got the main man himself, Takasugi. Unfortunately, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, unfortunately he dies in the movie, doesn't he? And that was such an emotional death as well. Unfortunately, I didn't cry, but managed to hold everything back. But that was such a sad moment, and I'm actually very glad that he got brought back at the end as well. Just for some of the viewers that didn't want him to die and such, it's quite a nice little touch there. But yeah, just as an antagonist, got built up heavy throughout the first season with his theme, I should say, being absolutely awesome, and just this kind of presence about him, which again that theme done so well of bringing this aura about the guy. Had so many sick moments towards the end of the series as well. So this guy has definitely got to go SS tier for me, just under Sorachi, just under the creator of the whole show. But yeah, Takasugi, absolutely brilliant antagonist, absolutely brilliant kind of protagonist as the story goes on as well. In my eyes anyway, I saw him as a bit of a protagonist going forward, because you kind of want to just see the guy happy and fulfill what he wants to do, seeing his master again and such, and seeing his backstory, having Gintoki Killer's master and such for his life, and yeah, just so many great plot points and so many great characterizations for him and the group of the Joey Patriots as a whole. Definitely makes it into the SS tiers. We've then got Hard Boiled, who I don't really care for all that much. The Hard Boiled arc was quite boring in my opinion, and this guy did appear quite a few times after that as well, and I didn't really fancy it that much. So I think he's got to go D tier for me. I think we'll put him. Yeah, I think we'll put him there, just below Fuyo. Then we've got Matoko. Matoko, getting to know her backstory quite late in the story, but yeah, getting to know her backstory was really interesting, and being a part of the Kia Tenai, I think she goes quite high in my books. Character not explored that much. Again, we do see her backstory and such, but we never really get a main focus on her. It's nice that she does get a bit of a nice ending right at the end of the movie as well. That was quite a nice touch by them, but I don't think I can put her any higher than any of the guys in B tier, to be honest with you. So I think we'll put Matoko. She's better than him. Yeah, I think we'll put Matoko around the middle of C tier. I've got no idea who that is either. But it's quite bad, isn't it? I don't recognise any of these characters. I think this is the girl that Shinpachi thought he was messaging during the Shinpachi kind of girlfriend arc. So yeah, obviously she wasn't too great a character. I think we'll put her in the D tier. We've then got this guy who doesn't say a word throughout the whole series. I'm pretty sure he's one of Utsuro's lackeys. He's got those knife things on his hands, hasn't he? He does have a few alright scenes, but yeah, he's not the greatest character ever. I think we'll put him. He's actually worse than those guys, isn't he? Yeah, I think we'll put him towards the bottom of B tier as well. D tier, sorry. We've then got Oboro, who is one of my favourite parts about the later stories as well. Just seeing his relationship with Shoyo, and the way he dies is very emotional with Takasugi kind of learning the truth about him and such, him being the first student, and then he comes back in the movie as well to help Takasugi out, which is a lovely addition in that movie. The final movie was just absolutely brilliant in so many little details and such, wasn't it? Again, every second had something brilliant on the screen. So yeah, I can't really say enough about that movie. But Boro, definitely one of my favourite characters in the series. I absolutely didn't like the guy at all. He was man of few words, wasn't he? I think he had that headpiece on, and he was a very prevalent character, appeared in a lot of serious arcs. So yeah, I think we're going to put Oboro bottom of S tier for now. Again, some of the rankings could change at some point. I've then got this dude who I can't remember whose dad he ends up being. He ends up being someone's dad, though, I'm pretty sure. And he's in that little homeless arc thing, isn't he? I can't remember any of his early episodes or early arcs. I can't wait to rewatch again the early stages of Gintama, so I can maybe see guys like this again who I forget about. But I can't remember too much from this guy other than some very funny kind of homeless moments, which in and of itself is pretty damn cool. Do you know what I'm thinking right now? I'm thinking I did put Gintoki maybe a bit too low. Because Gintoki does come good towards the end as well, doesn't he? And he is a pretty damn good antagonist. So I think I'm actually going to put Gintoki up into the B tier. I'm going to put this homeless guy into the C tier. Probably just about in the middle. Sounds about right. We've then got Jirocho, who is an awesome antagonist and protagonist. Again, does the best of both, doesn't he? And I think the Four Divas arc was my absolute favourite during the time, and it was a 10 out of 10. One of the things I got that series, or that season, to be my #1 anime. So yeah, Jirocho is definitely up there. Every fight scene is in is absolutely beautiful, and his backstory as well is cool as hell. His fights with Gintoki, just so sick. I think he's got to go S tier as well. We'll put him at the bottom for now. But yeah, you can again see how the S tier could have got very full up very quickly if I didn't have an SS tier. We've then got this thing. I think she's also from the same arc as this woman. Can't really remember too much about her though. Although I think she was looking for some stand users or something. Again, I think we'll just put them together, as I can't really remember that arc too well. That arc did have some really nice references and some funny moments, but in all, I think that arc was a little bit of a letdown for me when I did watch it. in my opinion. I've then got Kada, who is a decent antagonist during the Four Davers arc. I think it was less about the kind of antagonist during that arc and more about the Gintoki relationship with Otos and Jirocho as well, rather than Kada being the main villain. But we do get some. Kada does start some stuff off with the Tendo show and such, I'm pretty sure, and with her race, and her race comes back later on as well. But as an antagonist, she's decent. So the thing is, you don't really see her as the antagonist until a few episodes in. I think she's probably better than this guy. Yeah, I think we'll put her around the C tier. She's okay. Okay, then we've got this girl who I can't remember either. We've then got this dude who actually appears quite late, quite a bit later on in the arcs, doesn't he? And plays a reasonably big part, but not the most explored character ever. So I think he's got to go D tier. I'm gonna again pace it up a little bit even more now, just because we're about 40 minutes in. And we're only just about halfway through, so don't want this to take forever. I think we'll put him. Yeah, put him about there. Seems about fair. Then got this guy who is some random grunt from the Yagyu arc, I'm pretty sure. So I think he'll go out here. Don't remember this guy at all, really. I think he might be one of the 4 fighters for the Yagyu. Again, I'm not really sure. And then got Elizabeth, quite prevalent throughout the whole story, of course. Has some very funny moments. I think we're going to go A tier for Elizabeth, bottom of A tier. Then got Gintoki, SS tier, of course, and above Takasugi, in my opinion. Of course, we're just going to leave Sriracha there at the top, but Gintoki, brilliant guy. I relate to him quite a lot as well, being a lazy ass myself. But yeah, awesome guy. Just does so much for everyone else, doesn't he? Obviously does a lot for himself as well, but just a very kind of selfless Yorozuya guy, and again just connects everyone together in this beautiful story, doesn't he? So gotta go SS tier for him. Takatin, very hilarious character. Obviously not in the story that much, but very hilarious. Definitely got to go at least C tier. At least. Yeah, you know what? Top of C tier for Takatin. Great guy. Gengai. I think he'll actually, yeah, he's going to take the top spot of C tier, as he's got some really awesome stories throughout the series as well, and obviously creates some big moments with the nanomachines and Tama and Gintoki and such. Quite a big part of the story, so I'm going to put him top of C tier. We've then got the princess from the Ryugo arc, I'm pretty sure it is. Don't remember all too much about her, to be honest with you, other than her being a disgusting kind of creature, and then I'm pretty sure that's her anyway. I might be getting that very wrong, but I did really like her in the end. So I think we're going to put her just at the top of D tier. I've then got Tama, who's one of my favourite girls in the series. Of course, she's a robot, but she has, again, so many moments throughout the series, and she's quite focused on as well. And she's just there for the Yorozuya guys a whole lot. I think she's going to go in the A tier as well. I think I'm actually going to put her top of A tier. Top of A tier. Very good character, in my opinion. I've then got Nobu, who would have been down here if at one point, but now the dude is yeah. Great character, has so much progression throughout the series. He learns so much about being a shogun, and then he obviously passes on during the later stages of the show. But I've just grown to absolutely love the guy. I think he's got to go A tier. Yeah, I think he'll go just below Umibozu at the top of A tier for me. We've then got the actual girl who Shinpachi was messaging during the Shinpachi kind of arc as well, and I think she'll go just above the other one. They got this dude. I'm pretty sure this is the Just Away guy from very early on in the series. I cannot remember a thing about this guy other than him having a pretty hilarious voice, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think he's got to go D tier. He did create the Just Away, I'm pretty sure, so he's got that going for him. But yeah, we'll put him here. This is just a kind of I don't know category at this moment, isn't it? Then we've got this girl who I can't quite remember either. Oh, I definitely remember her face. I remember all these people's faces, but I can't remember who they like, what their personality's like. So can't really rank them based off that. I've got no idea who that is either. I did originally think that was Tojo, but no. Is that Otei? I've got to get very close to have a look at this. Is that Otei right there? I think that might be Otei. Oh no, Otei's right there. I'm not. I've got no idea who that is then either. We've then got the gorilla from I think he's from the Rokaku arc. He joins in later on in the Soul in the Silver Soul arc as well, but I'm pretty sure he unfortunately dies. I think all three of those guys actually die unfortunately, but he was my favourite out of the three for sure. What did I do with the other two? I put them both in D tier. I think this guy is C tier at least in my opinion. Yeah, I think we'll put him just below Kala. Really awesome character in my opinion. Has a really awesome fight as well during the arc he's mainly focused in, but again comes back to help out, which is really awesome. Then got the main focus of the Kurtazan of a Nation arc, and this guy was really awesome. Really loved this guy. I was rooting for him the whole way. Had no arms at the end of the story, but got to see his maiden again. Yeah, he was just it was just a great character, wasn't he? So I think we'll put him just around the bottom of B tier. We've then got Zura, legendary character. That's some of the funniest moments in the series, so I think he's got to go SS tier as well for me personally. When he does get serious as well, it always is very, very interesting, but I think just for the comedy moments alone, he's got to go SS tier. I think then we've got the old woman Kurtazan. She's actually just going to go straight along with the old guy. Well, actually, no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that because we don't actually get too much of a personality and such, do we? But she is again a really awesome kind of plot point for that whole arc. So I think she's got to go. Yeah, we'll put her around middle of C tier. There we go. I then got Sada Sama. Now this guy was a pretty damn awesome antagonist, wasn't he? Again, didn't do all that much in terms of his kind of pack story and in terms of him being an awesome character, but he was a very good antagonist, so I will give him that. So just for that, I think he's got to go C tier. And I think we'll put him in the middle of these two, Matiko and Benizakura guy. We've then got what was her name? I can't remember her name. One of the dog deity women. Again, not a character I'm too interested in, so I think we'll put her in the D tier. I think she does go reasonably towards the top of D tier, maybe just above Hardboiled. Seems about fair. We've then got these two, who I have no idea who they are either. We've then got Mitsuba, who's Akita's sister. Who's the next one I recognise, who is not in the story all that often at all after her kind of focused arc, actually, but she was very nice woman. Of course, Hijikata's kind of love interest during the small part she played, and yeah, she was really awesome. And again, that arc in general was really beautiful. So definitely got to give her a high place just for being a big part of that. I think she'll go here, just towards the bottom of B tier for me. Then we've got Doman, who is really interesting antagonist for me. He wasn't that great during the whole of the arc at the end of the first season until kind of the last few episodes where we got to see more about him and what was going on with the clans and such. So yeah, he was a decent villain, better than this guy. So I think we'll put him just towards the end of C tier. Wasn't the best villain in the series though. Let's be honest. Was quite interesting though, and a lot better than a few of these guys. We've then got the other dog deity woman, and I think she's going to be lower than the one with black hair, as the one with black hair is always a bit more sassy and got a bit more to her personality. We've then got Kagura, who's going to be up there. I think she is going to be S tier for me as well. The Kagura focused episodes are always either very heartwarming or absolutely hilarious. Usually kind of a mix of the two, but definitely got some of the best kind of one-shot episodes in the series, as well as some really awesome focused arcs on her as well. In the Yoshiwara arc, she was awesome. In the Rakuyo arc, she was absolutely great as well. Towards the end of the series, she was just great, and yeah, top tier side character for me. Well, you could say side character, main character, being part of the Yorizuya, but kind of playing off being a part of that Yorisi, you're just absolutely great. So yeah, my order goes Gintoki, Kagura, Shinbachi, all very close together, of course. Then we've got the. Now she's from the. She's from. Maybe I'm getting things mixed up. I think it's actually this ghost is from the Ghost Ryokan arc. Pretty sure it's called. So I'm getting so confused about all that. So I'm just going to put them all together. Then got Sadaharu, not a character. Well, a character we see a lot of, but a character we don't see explored too much. He actually does get some exploration, which is saying quite a lot because you don't really see too much of these kind of pet type characters get too much screen time and such in a lot of other anime. So I think he's got to go B tier. Better than all those. Better. Yeah, I think we'll go middle of C tier. I don't know if I can have Sada ahead of him, you know. Oh man. Yeah, you know what? Top of C tier seems fair to me for Sadaharu, who does play some big parts towards the end as well. Now they got Seimei Doman, quite awesome character. I think he'll go along with Doman. Actually, that's not true, is it? I prefer him then. Quite a few of these characters up here. Yeah, I think he'll go top of C tier, around the top of C tier. We've then got this sniper dude. I'm not sure why he's here. he was a very bit part playing at the start of the Slip arc, wasn't he? It was quite funny, of course, but yeah, not the best character. So I think it'll go middle of D tier. I do not recognise her at all. We've then got Kamui, who is going to go quite high up because he has got some really amazing fight scenes. Very interesting guy as well, kind of hating his dad and with his whole family situation going on. Gets explored quite a lot, but again, just such a bit like Takasugi, just such an absolute presence during the series, and especially when Takasugi and him team up around episode 220 odd. It's just creates fireworks. So got to go A tier for me. Whereabouts in A tier? Probably the top of A tier, you know. Actually, I think it's just below Tama for me. Really awesome character, but I think Tama, being one of the best girls in Gintama, can't be beat out just like that. But yeah, Kamui, really awesome. Again, every time it's on the screen, it's an absolute joy. We've then got this woman who, again, I can't quite remember. We've then got Tsukio, who another really awesome girl in the series, has some really funny moments and some funny personality traits, but we also get some very serious moments focused on her as well, with the Yoshiwara arc and the Red Spider arc, all within about 30 or 40 episode time span. So a lot of progression for her early on. I think she has got to go in the S tier for me personally. Again, I haven't really ordered the S tier fully. I think that's my order. Well, I haven't really ordered any of these that well, to be honest with you guys, but I'll have a little look over towards the end. But yeah, she makes it in the S tier for me, as she's a top class female from this show. And again, just such a powerful person, and is so prominent throughout the series. I can't really have her any lower, to be honest with you guys. Then we've got the head of the Yagyu clan, the little old man. Actually a really cool character. Got some very funny moments, especially with the toilet scenes when they're all in the bar stools. Yeah, just a legendary old guy, isn't he? But I think he's got to go C tier. I think he will go towards the top of C tier. I am a bit prone to very funny old men, to be fair, so him and Gengai can chill together in the top of C tier. We've then got the antagonist for the kind of gender swap arc, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, again, not really the most recognizable or remembered antagonist ever, so I think this person will actually go below this guy, which is saying something. Then they got Hijikata, who's one of my favourite characters in the whole series, along with Gintoki. Here goes in the SS tier for me. Again, he's just focused on a hell of a lot, and he's absolutely hilarious. Relate to the guy quite a lot as well. Yeah, Toshi for me, SS tier, 100%. Him and Gintoki, my top two characters in the series, on my top 10 list for characters. Well, top 10 characters in general, not just in Gintama. So yeah, he's got to make it in the SS tier. We've then got this transvestite woman, man. we see quite a bit throughout the series, and always quite funny. A lot more prominent than these two, in my opinion, as well. So I think they'll actually make it into the C tier for me, but not too high up, as they don't ever do too much. So yeah, I think we'll put them at the bottom of C tier. Oh, I've then got Kyubey, really awesome character, one of my favourite girls as well. Not in the fact that she's all too funny and such. She does have some very funny moments and some funny personality traits, but it's more of the serious stuff that I see about her that I really enjoy and really love about the story. So I think she's going to go in B tier for me, probably towards the top, if anything. Yeah, I think she beats out Tojo. Yeah, I think Kyubey B tier, around the top of B tier is fair enough for me. I actually think I'm going to swap those two around. And then we've got Mutsu, character again not explored all that often until the later parts of the story, when we did actually get quite a big focus on her and her story of her growing up and such. She also played quite a big part in talking to, I don't remember who she was talking to during one of the arcs. I think it was Umibozu. But yeah, just a very interesting character and quite a prominent one as well. Quiet but very funny when she does let herself go. Very dangerous as well. But I think she makes it into the B tier, and I think we'll put her. Antonio. I think we'll put her just next to Kyubey as well. I think both of them are actually in similar positions for me, thinking about it. We've then got Hosen, quite a good antagonist. Again, not one of my favourite antagonists in the series, but definitely serves his role during the Yoshiwara arc. I think we'll put him in C tier. Whereabouts though, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, we'll put him just above the Benny Sakura guy, and Sada Sada. And then we've got this. I think she's from the Elizabeth focused arc. She was okay. Promiscuous, but again, not too memorable in my opinion. I think she'll go in the D tier. I think we'll put her. Yeah, I think we'll put her there, just towards the top of the D tier. I've then got Ote, who's a very funny character throughout the series. Of course, she has her usual personality traits of cooking absolute dog trash, but also being a bit of a gorilla. I love her relationship with Kondo as well. Kondo, Shinpachi, the Yorizuya, and again, very prominent throughout the series, so she's definitely got to be up there for me. I think we'll put her in the B tier, and I think we'll put her. Yeah, we'll put her just below Mutsu. Seems about right. We've then got, I don't remember this guy's name, but he's from the Beam Saber arc, and that was one of the most underrated arcs in my opinion in this whole series. So he's got to go quite high up for me. He was just a very joyful character, and actually I think he made me cry during the end of that arc. It was such a sad farewell. I think he's got to go B tier for me as well, and towards the top for sure. He might actually even make it into the A tier, you know. Yeah, I think he makes it into the A tier. It's just where. I think I'll put him just between Sachan and Gedomaru. Again, just a very big part of that arc, and that arc again was one of my most underrated, in my personal opinion. Then got Shige Sama, the Shogun. I think he's got to go S tier, just because what an absolute guy. Every episode he was in, especially early on in the series, was absolutely hilarious, and then when it got more serious he became even more of a kind of personality and a kind of presence as well. So definitely got to go S tier for Shige. It was such a sad farewell as well. Can't remember who that is. I can't even see that person's face. Madao, very relatable guy. Old Madao, and yeah, just almost every episode he's focused on as well is absolutely hilarious. It also comes very good towards the end of the season. He's quite a big part of these serious arcs, actually, isn't he? But yeah, Hasegawa's got to be up there. He's got to go in at least the A tier for me. Jeez, oh man, there's so many good characters in this show, isn't there? There's so many good characters. I see. I'm struggling between A and S tier. You know, I think he's got to go S tier. Yeah, Madao has got to go S tier, hasn't he? Let's be honest. Yeah, I think that's good. We've then got Isaburo, who is not too prevalent during the series. He does have quite a short span of time in the series, but that span of time is absolutely insane, and especially the end of his time during the series, we get so much revealed about him and his backstory and who he is as a person. It's just absolutely beautiful. So he's got to be another S tier character for me, personally. And then we've got Prince Hatter, a very hated character in the series, I'm pretty sure, but I actually quite like the guy, and he was quite important later on in the story as well. I think we'll go to the S tier though, and I think we'll actually put him. Yeah, I think we'll put him about the middle. Nah, that's not the middle, is it? Actually, that's around the top of C tier. Actually, not too bad for Prince Hatter. We've then got Chin Piriko, a very cute character. We don't see too much of her after the 4 Davis arc, but in the 4 Davis arc she was awesome as hell. So just for that, I think she's got to go in the C tier, towards the top for sure. And I think we'll put her, yeah, right towards the top near Sadahari. It just doesn't look right with Sadahari there, but when I do think about it, all these guys are human, and that is a dog. So it's actually putting a lot of these characters below him to shame, to be honest. And then we've got Zenzo, a really awesome character during the series, the Hemorrhoid Samurai. Got some very funny moments, especially when the Yorizuya are cooking at his house. So I remember that moment just being absolutely hilarious. But he's actually quite a big and important role as well. So I think he's got to at least go B tier for me. Hey, this guy might, yeah, he's making it to the A tier, just for the love of manga as well. Bottom of A tier for Zenzo over there. I've then got Bonsai, who's really awesome. Of course, the antagonist, really, in the well, a bit of an antagonist in the Ito arc. Of course, we see him die later on in the story as well, and he plays quite a big part. Part of the Kia Tenai, of course, which is Takasugi's gang, and just a very awesome all-round character, isn't he? Just gives you off that vibe of cool very well. I think we've got to put him. I think he's B. I think he's C tier as well. He is towards the top though. Yeah, we'll put him towards the top of C tier, just below Chin Piriko. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to have a look over this and make some final decisions. I'm not 100% sure who that is, nor that person. And I think she's the firefighter, but I think you guys know I can't remember this woman at all. She appears reasonably often, and again I think she's some firefighter, but yeah, I have almost no recollection. We've got this. I think that's Matsudara's daughter, if I'm correct in saying. There's only a few episodes of her in, and they're quite early on, but they are fucking hilarious. But yeah, I think she makes it into the D tier. Whereabouts though? Yeah, I think she's about there towards the bottom of D tier. Again, just not a very prevalent character at all. They've got Nobume, who's another one of my favourite girls in the series, and such a powerful person. Princess Soyo's kind of advisor as well towards the end of the series, and yeah, she's just so badass. I think she's got to at least go B tier. I think she's actually going to be going into the A tier. This is so difficult, isn't it, man? I think we'll put her just above Gedemaru, as hard as that is to do. I think we'll put her just towards the top of the A tier. As thinking about it, she is one of my favourite girls, and one of the characters I most look forward to seeing on the screen during the series. So it's just so hard though, because there's so many good characters. It feels like I'm putting her low down just because there's that many people above her, but in reality, she's still top of A tier. So very good rank. I'm not 100% sure who that is. We've then got Princess Soyo, who gets focused on quite a bit. Not the most prevalent character yet again, but intriguing character. Of course, Shige is the main one out of that family line we get to focus on, but do like seeing her on the screen and seeing her kind of story go along as well. I think she'll go towards the top of C tier for me. Definitely above Prince Hatter, of Seimei. Yeah, I think that's about right at the top of C tier, just under Bonsai. We've then got This dude, name I can't quite remember unfortunately, but he's only really at the end of the seasons, and he's a decent character. Yeah, he's a decent character. Got an all right backstory with Prince Hatter and such being his brother, but again, nothing kind of major in my opinion. So I think he'll be at C tier, and I think he'll go above those guys. Yeah, we'll put him towards the bottom of C tier. We've then got, oh no, this is the actual girl that has messaged Shinpachi in place of the other girl. I thought it was her. Yeah, I have no idea who that girl is then. Guess we'll put her there because I can't quite remember. I recognise all these people, but I just don't know them. I can't remember who they are really. Then we've got Utsuro. I think that's going to be Utsuro. And yeah, what a villain he is. Definitely makes it. Oh, this is difficult. He's again such a presence, isn't he? I think he's got to at least go S tier just for being one of the best villains. Jeez. Yeah, we'll put them together for now. Again, I'm not really sure about the order, but he's got to go S tier just because, again, just the absolute sheer amount of panic and kind of devastation he causes when he reaches the screen, and just the presence he gives off as well. It's just unbeatable vibes, if you know what I'm saying. And brilliant ending for Utsuro as well in the final movie. And then we've got this the woman with the wheelchair, who I find really damn cool. We don't see her all too much, and she's not that prevalent. We don't really see much of her backstory or anything, but I think she's just really cool, kind of character design wise, and as a kind of plot standpoint as well, she's really cool. So personally, I actually think she'll go in the C tier, though. Again, not explored that often, so I can't put her too high. Yeah, I think we'll put her middle of C tier. Again, I really love her design and just how cool she is, though. Then we've got Tetsu. Again, not the most prevalent character. We do see him later on, actually, with the Shinsengumi being like a full-fledged member and such, and we never really get to see him speak or anything that much. But just the kind of change he went through was really awesome. I think he's another C-class character, and I think we'll put him just below the Oniwaban assassin. Oh, then got Yamazaki, who's one of my favourite Shinsengumi members. Very hilarious member as well. Goes through so many transformations, and he definitely fits in the Shinsengumi in his own kind of special place, doesn't he? Everyone's got their own thing going on in the Shinsengumi, and we can't show that off all the time, but when Yamazaki does come into play with the stories, it is usually goddamn hilarious. So I think he's got to go at least B tier. Whereabouts though, I think it'll be above Hinoa, yeah, above Tojo as well. I think we'll put him in the middle of C tier. Very, very hilarious character when we get to focus on him. Oh, we then got Kondo Izao, who is going to be quite high up as well. Of course, the leader of the Shinsengumi. I think I'll be putting him in the A tier. Going to be high up in the A tier as well. I'm just not 100% sure where. I think we're going to put him just above Kamui. Has some great moments in the series, some very awesome leader moments, especially in the Farewell and Shinsengumi arc. But yeah, just a leader of men and absolute legend, Kondo. Obviously got some very hilarious moments as well with the snot and such, and some very comedy focused episodes, being the stalker that he is for Ote. Yeah, definitely deserves a place up there. We've then got, I think that's the Reaper's Shinigami's brother. Again, not a character we see all too much throughout the series, but was actually a pretty damn good villain during that Reaper arc, or supposed villain at least. So I think we'll put him in the C tier. And I've got to go above. That's the thing now. Prince Hatter is just like the benchmark, isn't he? In the C tier. I think he goes above these. Yeah, that seems about right. I think towards the top of C tier for him. We've then got, I can never remember this guy's name just because we don't actually hear him speak too much, and we did get some big focus on him when he was first introduced, didn't we? And then he did kind of filter off a little bit towards the end of the series, but it was a really awesome kind of start for the guy, and I think he goes towards the top of C tier as well. And yeah, I would actually put him above him, yeah, just below Banzai for me in the top of C tier. So looking at this, I'm not sure if I messed up or not, but there's another picture of Shoyo here. Though I'm pretty sure we did cover all the Shoyos with that being Shoyo and Utsuro. So I'm not really 100% sure why this one's here. And I think I got mixed up with the with the dog deity woman earlier. I think that's not actually. I think that might be Matsudaira's daughter instead of this woman. Again, I think the early Gintama stages just got me so mixed up. That's why I really can't wait to get into the rewatch. But this is another one of the dog deity women, so I think she's the one with the actual kind of big personality and sassy nature. So I'm going to put her just above the other one. And of course, I'm going to leave that one for now. And I can't remember who that is. I'm going to actually try and look up a few of these characters if I can after I've finished recording this little bit, and then place them when I find out who they are. But we're going to end off with the Feministo Des to end up things off. He's a pretty cool character, Takechi. Definitely above the D class in my opinion, but I think he's not that high up, of course. He has some quite prevalent parts in the story, but again, nothing too major in my opinion, nothing that makes me go, oh wow. Although again, he's quite a big part of the Kia Tenai, so I think we'll put him yeah, I think we'll put him just towards the bottom of C tier. So this is how it's looking for now. Just going to see if I'm going to change anything about. I think Hijikata's got to go up there for me because again, he's these two are my favourite characters in the series, so these two have got to be the top two. Gintoki, Hijikata, sorry. Takasugi is probably next. Yeah, so that's about right. Takasugi, then Zero, then Kagura. And then we've got Shinpachi top of S, Kita, Sakamoto, Utsuro, Shoyo, Oboro, Jiraiya, Jirocho, Tsukuyo, Shige, Hasegawa, and Isaburo. These aren't ordered. Well, it is at the start. I don't know how I'd order this. I'm not going to bother ordering it because again, it will just take too much time to figure out, and I really don't even know where I stand with these. So yeah, this is the list for now. Make sure you let me know what you guys thought about this list down in the comment section. Let me know if you change any of these around as well and what your kind of top 5 characters are. This is what seems to be my top 5 characters, or what I've kind of come to at this moment in time. This probably could change next week, for example, or in a year's time it could change heavily after I rewatch the whole series. But again, just for now, after watching the whole series, one episode at a time, every day, this is the conclusion I've come to. There's probably quite a few maybe errors and such I've made here in my own kind of lack of judgment and such, like maybe Bonsai, for example, or Chimpirico. But I think this is about where I stand with the character list, and it does kind of seem like the more prominent and the more the character appears, the higher up they usually become in the Gintama. As you notice, a lot of these guys towards the top here are reoccurring characters, and probably for a reason as well, just because they're quite loved by a lot of the audience. It'd be interesting to see how this stacks up to the actual character poll arc in Gintama, and seeing how everyone rated them in popularity. But again, let me know what you guys would have rated these characters down in the comment section. Let me know your top 5, for example. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy this video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with any of my reactions. I usually upload a video a day. But thank you guys very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.